One of the unique things, unique selling proposition that I did in Sales Velocity is I blended old school versus new school selling techniques, where there was a combination of all the new internet tools like email follow-up and webinars, but a lot of the old stuff like outbound phone calls, meeting in person, events, right? So what you'll notice in that chapter is a little bit of the sales velocity component of blending old school with new school in what we call a multimedia format, which means you're selling to people in various different ways because people consume in very different ways today. Some people only consume, they'll only buy something in person, or they'll only buy something on a Zoom, or they only will buy something on a website without speaking to somebody. So you want to make sure you blend all those elements into your sales process where you have options and you have different ways to get to people based on their decision. As an example, Aaron, you and I, you're running traffic for one of my new offers right now. And I messaged you a few days ago and I said, Aaron, we're doing everything that we need to do to get leads in. Check. Great conversion rate. People booking on the calendar. Check. Great conversion rate. People showing up on the calendar. Good conversion rate, but that can always be higher. That's always the whole. But if they don't buy because maybe it's too big of a leap, now I'm inserting a unannounced free trial of the software offer. Another way to sell, more of a downsell for people who aren't ready to do the thing right now. Maybe it's too big of a leap. Maybe they need to test it, try it. So, but I don't know any of this until I test.
Correct.
I can't find out any of this till I test, but my sales process and yours also should be always changing and evolving based on data. And that's the data that we're seeing is I don't like the number of people getting started. Therefore, I'm gonna create even less resistance and make it a no-brainer. And you know that now we're working on that 10-day free trial, which will be a downsell to any leads coming in, which is, it's tough to say no to a 10-day free trial. I'm in the tech space, so obviously it's a little bit different. You might not have a business that warrants a free trial of any kind. But if you could ever, in your sales process, as a downsell, figure out a way to get people engaged and involved in a small way where you make a small investment into that prospect to get them to use your thing, try your thing, see your thing, you'll have a higher conversion rate potentially out the back door. It will just take a little more time and a little bit more investment into, because that's not free for us. It's free for them, right? So well,
that bridges quite well into chapter 9, which is why they say no.
Did we do 8? Was that 8?
We did. The Anatomy of Perfect Sales Call, number 8. And chapter 9 is why they say no, how to elegantly overcome objections.
There you go, right? Why they say no. And the reality is most of them say no. We've put up that pyramid before, Aaron, that exists inside the Ultimate Sales Machine that we reference a lot, where realistically at any given time, only like 3% of your audience is ready to buy right now, which leaves you in a big 97% hole. This is the missing link in all sales processes, is they don't really think about what am I going to do with the 97%. It's 3% buy or die. So we want to give you as many ideas as you can so that you increase that 3% to maybe 10%, 15%. And there's different tiers. We should probably include that buyer's pyramid in there.
It's funny, I have it up right now.
You have it up? That's a good image.
3% are active buyers, 7% are open to the idea of
buying. So there's 10.
Right? 30% are not thinking of buying. 30% don't think they're interested, and 30% know they're not interested. So most people are focusing on that 3%. We know we don't want to go after the 30% that know they're not interested.
Yeah,
that's a waste of time and money.
You're beating your head against the wall, right?
But there's 30% who don't think they're interested, probably because they're not educated well enough. You got 30% who are not thinking of buying, that just haven't been educated as to why this product or service is going to improve their life. And then you got 7% who are open to the idea of buying, who just need to have their concerns or their objections handled. So there's an additional 7, the 67% that most people aren't focused on, that this will help them tap into, which is a lot larger than 3%.